Hi English folks! Here's how you use Study Blue to create flashcards so that you can study for vocabulary and other kinds of tests that we might have in English class. First you're going to go to Study Blue and log in. So here's Study Blue. I already have an account and so I'm logged in already. On my Study Blue, I can see cards that I've created in the past and actually classes that I've added. I think as a student you can search for me. I'm under Sarah Press and you can see anything that I've created. However, one of the tricks to flashcards is that making them is half of the studying. So feel free to either share cards with somebody else or to make your own cards, which is probably what I would recommend. If you want to make your own cards, you're going to click on Make Cards and let it load. I would title this deck for the thing that you're going to study, which might be your vocab stem list 1. And then you need to choose a class to sort it into. So I'm going to sort it into my English 1-2 class and then say save. Okay, now I've got my vocab list 1 successfully saved and I'm ready to start creating. The first term on my list is ante. And it's spelled A-N-T-E. I might write the definition on the back. So this is the front of my card. This is going to be the back. And ante with an E like that means before. I might also want to add an example, such as antebellum, if that helps me remember it better. On your test, however, you'll just need to know that ante means before. Then you can go ahead and say add card. And it'll add another card to your test or to your self-quiz. It also tries to figure out what you're making, so it might give you ideas of things that you could add next. This is a crowdsourced flashcard program, so you can use the work and build on the work that other people have done. Again though, one of the tricks of flashcards is that some of the studying happens when you create the cards for yourself. Again, you can make that choice on your own. So your second term on your list is ante, like this. And if you look at the definition means against. Again, you can put an example here if you'd like. Anti-war, for example. You can use words that I've given you or your own example just to help you remember that somebody who is anti-war is against wars. There's neat formatting things up here as well. If you want to highlight your example, for example, perhaps, and make it be bulleted underneath. You can do that. It looks like the formatting tools here, you have to pay for the Pro version now to get to use those. When you're done creating your deck, you go ahead and click Done. And now you've got a whole deck that's ready to go for you to study. You've got all these options over here to do your studying. So flipping cards will let you go through your deck of cards one at a time to check yourself. You can sort your cards in order, in random order, from the least studied, or from hardest to easiest, from the ones you get wrong the most often to the ones you get wrong the most, or the ones that you get right the most often. Say I want to flip my cards. It's going to give me some options about how to study them. It's going to ask me how many, so I can do all, I can just do some of them, or I can do a very small group. It'll also ask me in what order. I can either do them in the order I created the cards, in random order, from hardest to easiest, or the ones that I've studied the least. And then it'll ask me what I want to see first. The term is the part that's in blue, like ante. The definition is the thing that's on the back, so I can do my cards in either direction, from front to back or from back to front. So I choose the way I want to do it, and then I say Start Studying. So now Study Blue shows me my flashcards one at a time, so I can quiz myself, and I would say ante with an E. I know that sounds like against, but it's not against. Ante with an E actually means before. The E's like before. When I'm ready, I click the flip button, and it shows me the back. And then I get to say, yes, I got it right, because I remembered, or no, I got it wrong. So this one, I remembered. I'm going to say, yep, anti, and I'm going to say anti. Oh, I know it sounds like the one that's before. Ant sounds like ant. Maybe ante means small, like a small ant. And I'm going to check on the back. Shoot, anti actually means against. I'm going to give myself a thumbs down. Now it'll give me my study session results. So it tells me I got half of them right because I got one right, and it tells me I got half of them wrong. I can either study the whole deck again, or I can just study my wrongs again so that I can make sure that I learn the ones that I got wrong. So maybe I say study my wrongs, and it's going to show me anti again. I say, oh yeah, anti means against. Let me check. Oh, I got it right. And I can thumbs that up. And now, on my second session, I've gotten 1 right. I can reset my stats at any point, so you can drill yourself until you're getting 100% every time, and that's how you know you're ready for a test. If you want to see all of the words that you've created or your whole review sheet together, you can click this review sheet button, and it'll let you see how many things you want to see at once. I'm going to say all terms in random order, and then start studying. And this way it just shows you a list of your terms so you can read back through them and maybe quiz a friend. And so that's the review sheet. Take a Quiz has several different options about how to quiz yourself. So you can create a multiple choice format, you can use true false, or you can use fill in the blank. The trick with fill in the blank is that it'll use whatever is on the card, so you really need to only have on the card what you want to actually type in. So say I did start studying, I'm going to go all terms, random order, and I want to do fill in the blank, which is going to be most like the quiz that you're going to be taking in my class. We'll say start studying. You'll notice it says ante, and I know that ante at this point means before, but it has this weird colon here. So if I type in before, it doesn't fit. And then if I say grade my quiz, it says, wait, you wanted before X antebellum. So know that anything that you put on your card is what's going to show up on that multiple choice quiz. That only matters if you want to do a fill in the blank quiz. You'll notice when I look at my progress on my cards, it'll show me all the times I've studied how I've done. So ante, I've studied 3 times and I've gotten it right 1 time and wrong twice. Ante, I've studied 3 times, I've gotten right once, wrong twice. So that you can see which words you keep screwing up on over and over again. And again, it'll let you focus on which ones have you gotten wrong the most. So I can sort them by wrong the most, so that I can focus more on those. So StudyBlue has all of these tools to help you study more efficiently and make more progress. What's even cooler is that StudyBlue is a free app that you can download on your phone or on your iPod Touch. And then you can study the flashcards the same way. You can do this flip on your phone and study them in between classes, and that's what you can do on Mondays if you'd like. So you've got your flashcard, you flip it, and you say, yeah, I got it right. So you can study over and over and over again until you're sure you're going to pass that benchmark on the first time. So that's how you use StudyBlue. If you figure out other cool tricks about how to use it, please let me know or let your peers know, because again, this is a social media study tool that lets you share your work with other folks and keep track of your work online. Good luck!